let's go through my stack of books. These are not all of them. You guys can see behind me, I've got a few more. They're not all to do with emotional intelligence and parenting, but most of them are, let's be real. Oh, there's another one. You've got that one out. I think let's just go through these. But let me know which ones you have. I'm gonna start with, you know what, maybe I should start with the ones that I got first. I don't know where to start. Should I start with my favorite or least favorite, or should I start with the ones I bought first years ago, or should I start with the one that is the most powerful for me and my parenting and my coaching? I don't know. I feel like it's just easy to go with the one that I bought first, and it's on top anyway. So this is not a new book. This is from the mid-90s. I want to say like 95. This is the Emotional Intelligence book by Goldman. Some see him as sort of the father of emotional intelligence because he sort of shone the light on it. He didn't create the concept or the term or anything, but this is the first book that got me into emotional intelligence. And I didn't even buy a new copy. How bad is that? I bought like a used one online somewhere. So this, it does say it's a groundbreaking book that redefines intelligence and success. If you guys are into emotional intelligence, I would recommend you get it because it is really like, it put EQ on the map. It is a little bit, for me, I found it a little bit sort of really heavy with the research and the neuroscience and a lot of stories and anecdotes and stuff like that. But it was amazing. I actually should probably reread it because it's been a few years. So this is, Emotional Intelligence by Goldman. And this is not strictly to do with parenting at all. No, it's just EQ in the broad sense, and probably more to do with adults. And we know in the workplace it's huge as well, less so for parents. So the next one that I got, have you guys read that one? Let me know. The next one that I got was Building Emotional Intelligence by Linda Lantieri. I think I said that right. Goldman actually did the foreword. Forward or forward? I know some people say it differently. This is practices to cultivate inner resilience and emotional intelligence for kids. It actually came with, oh no, it's still in there. I was going to say the CD, although like we don't really have CD players anymore. But on the CD, it has basically getting relaxed practices, paying attention practices, almost like mindfulness and body awareness, because it goes through practical stuff that we can do with our kids and teach our kids, experiences we can have with our kids in order to help them build their inner emotional awareness and resilience and regulation skills. So I should also reread this too. It's a little bit dirty and gross, and I don't know why, because I think I do know why. I know it was in a drawer and it had some stuff spilled in there. But yeah, do you guys, sometimes I underline, I don't think you can see it, I underline and highlight my books. I don't know if that's like, I have an editor friend and I think she would probably murder me if I told her I did that. But this is a really good one. And I got lost down the rabbit hole of Googling Linda Lantieri's work. And she has been in the space for a long time, working with kids and families and in schools to really help the kids with their emotional intelligence and social and emotional skills. I wonder if I can read all that now. You know what? Let me read the back because this might get you guys interested in potentially purchasing it. And it's a thin book, it's not a fat book as well. So I'll tell you a bit about Linda. She's a founding member of CASL, which is the Collaborative for Academic, Social and Emotional Learning, the co-founder of the Resolving Conflict Creatively program, one of the nation's, America's, longest running school-based social and emotional learning programs. Woo! So I love that. It's got a bit more about her, but for the back of the book, it says, what's the most important piece of your child's educational experience? If you think it's math, science, or reading, you might be overlooking an essential element, the capacity known as inner resilience. In building emotional intelligence, Linda Lantieri presents a breakthrough guide to help children read, respond to, and rebound from the challenges unique to our times. So it's for educators, counsellors, parents, caregivers, practical tips to help increase children's self-esteem, improve concentration, awareness, enhance empathy and communication, like step-by-step stuff to help kids quiet their minds, calm their bodies, manage their emotions more skillfully. Like, this is the stuff that I love. So, and I've done some of this stuff with my kids. I should actually get back to doing it. And she's got age groups as well, like 5 to 7, 8 to 11-year-olds, practices to kind of calm the body and clear the mind. Love it. So, Building Emotional Intelligence by Linda Lantieri, and a CD in the back. I don't think I've ever taken the CD out. What do I do with that? I didn't like get my whole collection because that would be too long, but I think this is the next one I got a couple of years back, The Whole Brainchild by Siegel. This is, I would say, I don't know. This one influenced a lot of my coaching, my understanding of, kids' emotions and behavior. This really kind of put neuroscience on the map for me. Again, look, I've drawn on my book. Upstairs, downstairs tantrum. This is, all the stuff to do with upstairs and downstairs brain, left and right hemisphere, what pieces of the puzzle our kids' brain is missing, what is still under development, and really practical stuff as well with how to have conversations with your kids when they do make a mistake or stuff up or are too rough or misbehave. I don't know if you guys saw, actually, I posted this morning about when kids misbehave, do they need to be taught a lesson? And whoa, that was very engaging. People were very engaged. It was a little bit, I wouldn't say controversial, but there was lots of opinions on there, which is great. So I would also highly recommend, if you guys are into parenting, emotional intelligence, and helping your kids to understand and better manage their emotions, this one. I love this book. I'm sure I'm going to reread that one again. It's probably almost time. And look, they have cute little images. So yeah, huge. I probably won't. I'll mention this one. It wasn't in my list in my stack. But Mothering Our Boys by Maggie Dent. I mean, everyone loves Maggie Dent. She is amazing. It is super practical, simple, easy to understand, heartfelt. Obviously I got this because I have a boy, a boy and a girl, but this is just a beautiful overall kind of way to raise kind yet resilient kids, boys. So what can I read off the back? Yeah, I got this one a couple of years ago. It says, if we can see the world through boys' eyes a little better, we will make different choices in the way we mother them, and we will find them less confusing and love them more deeply. Mothers of sons are worried about raising their boys in a world where negative images of masculinity are front and center in our media almost every day. Not only that, but statistically, our boys are still struggling in many ways. Even though we live in a time where we recognize that nothing in gender is fixed, it remains a fact that the influence of a mother on her son is massive. A mother of 4 sons herself, Maggie Dent draws on her personal experience and over 4 decades of work as a teacher, counsellor, and now author and speaker to help build understanding, empathy, and compassion for our boys. So this is really beautiful. It's got lots of simple summaries and top tips and stuff like that. Maybe I'll just show you in each book where I I highlight little bits, because if I find something that I think is profound, then I don't want to forget it. So Maggie Dent, anything by her I would probably recommend. Two more. This one this is probably currently my favorite. And the next one that I got. It's a very recent one. This is Beyond Behaviours by Della. I'm always fangirling over her stuff. I follow her on Instagram. She's probably on Facebook. So this is creating a paradigm shift in the way that we look at our child and his or her behavior. So this is where a lot of my understanding around behavior and the iceberg that is behavior for our kids, especially those kids who have disruptive or challenging behaviors or consistently behave in a certain way. Looking at our kids, oh man, the neuroscience behind this, looking at neuroception. There's a lot of stuff in here that is groundbreaking and a paradigm shift. Like I said, it's a mindset shift.
Can I have more?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Cookie. I want a cookie. So Della, this Beyond Behaviours, it's I think 2 years old. So I'm a bit late to the game, but let me read a little bit of the back of this. I am slowly working my way through. That's where I'm up to, because I like to, again, I haven't highlighted too much of this one. How funny. I remember like getting my highlighter out at the start. I can't find any yellow bits. Anyway, but let me read a bit of the back for you. When you are confronted with a child who is disruptive, oppositional, defiant, or explosive, it can be difficult to know what the best way to support them is. All too often, parents and caregivers find that traditional methods of shaping a troubled or angry child's behaviour, whether through discipline or reward, can be at best ineffective and at worst distressing for child and adult alike. In Beyond Behaviours, renowned paediatric psychologist Dr. Della draws on 30 years of experience to explain that these troubled behaviours are the tip of the iceberg. Yay! Important signals that actually point to a deeper individual difference in the child that we need to understand and address before you can resolve anything else. So she literally says, look beyond the behaviour, look deeper. Don't just treat or suppress the unwanted behaviour. Look at the root of what is causing that. What are the unlearned skills or the unmet needs or the trauma or the history, so in depth and really, really practical. In fact, many children who can't seem to behave simply don't have the developmental capacity to do so yet. And oh my goodness, that is something that I'm talking to so many parents about, and I talk about in my coaching, my group coaching, the fact that we often have expectations that are up here, and yet our child is actually developing at a different level. And that can be the basis of a lot of our triggers with our kids. So she uses neuroscience-based tools, practical strategies, and she's even got some worksheets in here and charts and things like that. And it even comments on kids who've been labelled or diagnosed with ASD, sensory processing conduct disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, mood dysregulation disorder, reactive attachment, a lot of things, trauma, things like that. So, this is probably one of my, I wonder if this is my favorite, I don't know. Currently, this is my favorite, Beyond Behaviours. Highly recommend that one. And yeah, so if you really want to get underneath and look deeper at your child's behavior and how you can actually really practically support them, 2 suggestions: get Mona's book and talk to me about understanding your kids' behavior, and look into coaching or being in my group, because this is all this stuff, all these books, all this learning, all this knowledge, all my training, all my education, 13 years plus working with kids and families. That is what you're going to have. That is what I will give you. And this is the stuff that's going to literally be life-changing. Like, I have parents who say in a testimonial, this stuff is life-changing. It's a game changer. Our family has just shifted completely. And like, that's all I want to hear, you know. Last one, I have to sort of just like put a note of disclosure on here that I have not yet started this book because I'm trying to finish Beyond Behaviours. But I also am super really looking forward to reading this one. I wonder if some of you guys have watched The Wisdom of Trauma, which just a couple of weeks ago, I feel like it came out, and a whole lot of us jumped on. It was flooding my feed. Everyone saying, have you watched it? Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. The Wisdom of Trauma by Gabor Mate. And this is one of his books. Sorry, this is one of his books. Hold On to Your Kids. It's not a new book, so don't think I'm like saying, look at his new book. This is by Gabor Mate and Gordon Neufeld. Haven't read it yet, but it says, why parents need to matter more than peers. I would actually love you to see what you guys think about this. It says, to nurture our children, we must reclaim them. For many children today, peers have virtually replaced parents. Rather than taking values from families, it is friends and classmates who shape their identity and codes of behaviour. But this situation is far from natural and can be dangerous. It undermines family cohesion, interferes with healthy development, and fosters a hostile and sexualized youth culture. Children end up becoming conformist, anxious, and alienated. In Hold On to Your Kids, acclaimed physician and best-selling author Dr. Gabor Mate joins forces with Dr. Gordon Neufeld, a psychologist with a reputation for penetrating to the heart of complex parenting. Together, they pinpoint the causes of this breakdown and offer practical advice on how to reattach sons and daughters to sons and daughters, establish the hierarchy at home, and make children feel safe and understood, and earn back your child's loyalty and love. So Gabor Mate does a whole lot of work, obviously, around trauma and development and stuff. So I am really excited to read this. I've got to stop buying books. I haven't got any others. I think all of those I have read. Yes, I have. So out of these, oh my god, let me put them all like together so that you guys can see. What I would love to know, which ones your favorite are, which ones have you read, which ones have maybe shaped the way you parent. Yeah, I want to know what are your guys' opinions on them. I think my favorite is now Beyond Behaviours. Let me hold up these two, but these two would closely tie. It's a close tie. I mean, they're just so simple and practical, and yeah, paradigm shifting, huge. So woohoo! I often get asked for book recommendations, and I get tagged in stuff, and people say, what do you think about this? Is this a good one? What would I start on? So there's my list. There are more. Oh my gosh, there are so many more. If you have other recommendations, please put them in the comments and let's have a chat about them. Tell me why they're good. Have you read it? And is it something that I need to add to my list? There are so many. And actually, you know what I was thinking, guys? I would love to do maybe another similar book review, but on kids' books. Don't have any. Oh my god, I left this book out. I want to show you guys really quickly. I can hear the kids coming in. Permission to Feel. I often recommend this one. This is by Professor Mark Brackett, and he is the founder of the Center for Emotional Intelligence in Yale University. I won't talk too much about that because I have a little person here. So, oh, and you have my lipstick on. Oh my goodness, it's still on. Another one. Just wait, I'm going to come in a minute.
I haven't had these.
I know you haven't.
Can I have one?
No, you need to wait and then I will come in, okay? Because I know you just came in and had a cookie.
What can I have?
Okay, you're hungry. All right, well, that's us.
What else can I have?
Let's go and get some food.
What else can I have this?
I will come and make you something now. It's 4:45. All right. Thank you, guys.
Who are you talking to?
The Facebook land and YouTube land. All right. See you soon, guys. Crazy faces.